feel today, going against another team in practice?
It felt good. Got the competitive juices flowing. Everybody's out there competing, playing fast. A lot of good things out there today.
What happened on the 2-minute pass you rolled out and you had Jalen? Did he step out or was he?
As far as I'm concerned, I roll out to the right, hit him on the touchdown. We take it.
Jalen, it seemed like, and you talked about competitive juices, it seemed like there was an extra pep in everyone's step out there. And was that because you're competing against another team? It seemed like you guys are really having fun.
Yeah, I can say that. I think that's a true statement. You know, it's a competitive game. It's a competitive game, and you know we take things like that as a challenge, and we try to challenge ourselves every day to do it right, play at a high level, and we're obviously getting new looks, different looks, a different opponent. So we just wanted to execute, and you know, I think it was good.
You obviously came in with Rager and Watkins. What type of growth have you seen from them from this past training camp to this year?
I think by the day, I've always kind of mentioned it, but I've talked about how repetition brings confidence and it brings comfort, and it's a real thing. And I see it in all of the receivers. I see it in everybody. The more reps they get in the offense, the more we're being coached, the better we are. So it's always an uphill climb, and we just want to continue to take those steps every day.
Jalen, as a quarterback, do you get at this stage of camp? Do you get used to your guys, like how Darius plays, how Steve plays, and how much of an advantage is it to have a new team in here to get different looks?
I think everything. You have to be optimistic about it all, right? It's about how you see it. Is the glass half empty or is it half full? And every opportunity we have to go out there, whether it's the same looks we're getting or different looks, are we executing? Are we doing the things that we need to do? I talked about a positive and a negative on every play. Regardless of what look they give us, we have to respond the right way offensively and make a positive play out of it. So just doing your job, simply doing your job.
It's our first time speaking with you since that game. I'm sorry.
Cam Newton's going to be on the opposite sideline for you this week. Did you ever take anything away from his game and use it towards your own? And have you ever had any interactions with him?
It's my first time actually meeting him in person. I know in the past, in the midst of trying to find out where I was going to go the second time around, I know he called me on Gus Malzahn's behalf. And I've also had communication with him just from, you know, an older athlete. Obviously, he's a legendary player. The things that he's done in college and in the league, and I watched him a lot growing up. So being able to talk to him, being able to have a relationship with him and meet him in person for the first time, it was great.
It's our first time speaking with you since postgame. As you went back and you watched the game, specifically the play to Goddard, what do you take from that really stands out to you?
I mean, it's a positive play right there. It's a positive play. Great execution. You execute it right, good things happen, you know.
The play in the middle of practice, Jalen, where it looked like maybe you had Quez deep, you didn't throw it, and then you guys talked after the play. What did you guys talk about?
We just tried to get on the same page and communicate. You know, you have different rules and regulations for every play, so we just went over those rules again so we can all be on the same page when it comes up again.
It seems like when somebody makes a mistake or drops a pass, you go back to them on the next play. What mentality are you taking towards that with trying to get guys on the same page with you?
It's just trying to have a growth mindset with everything. Having a growth mindset and knowing that we're in it together, you know. We're in it together.
Going up against Jalen Mills on the opposite side, wearing the opposite colors, but still with the green hair.
Yeah, well, I went against them all last year on scout team, so, you know, it was fun, though. It was fun. Like I said, competitive environment. Great to be out there practicing against them.
Jalen Smitty was out there for the first time in bed, so how do you think he looked at the beginning of practice in individual drills?
Yeah, I forgot. But he's going to be back. Smitty gonna be Smitty, you know.
How about Jalen Rager? He seemed very active today. You hit him for that long pass. Kind of getting on the same page a little bit with him more and more.
Yes. I think, like I said, the more reps you get with everything that you do, that brings confidence. And I think his confidence is just every day is going up, and that's what we need. We need that with everybody. So when a person's number is called, they no doubt in anyone's mind they'll make the play. So you climb this mountain, it takes time. You know what I'm saying? And we value every rep that we have, and we're gonna continue to work to get where we want to be.
Now, I saw you talking to some of the Patriots coaches. There was a lot of there was some written about their interest in you pre-draft and even post-draft after the pick had been made. What did you know about that, and how much time did you spend with them during that process?
Yeah, I really don't know what to say to that question. I usually have a great response to questions. I don't know what to say to that one.
Hey,
About Mac Jones, what's your background with Mac Jones?
Mac, I think he's a great player. I think we spent a lot of time together at Alabama when him and Tua came in, and I've just seen him. Really, I've seen him grow. Seen him grow so much, and it's good to see him now. Seeing him with the opportunity he has now, and I'm excited for him.
The Alabama connection with Devontae and Landon and Mac here now. Do you take pride in like the amount of Alabama people in the league? Is that something that you feel strongly about?
I think we more so take pride in what it took to get here. You know, we put a lot of work in, and Alabama is a different place. You know, it's a process, and you have to trust and buy into that process. And I think we've all kind of made it out in our particular ways. So we're all blessed and fortunate to have opportunities to play this game we love at the highest level. So we don't take that for granted.
Looked like after one of the 11-on-11 sessions, you kind of went over to Belichick to say hello. Was that the first time you guys have ever? I mean, had you talked to Bill before?
I hadn't talked to him before. I gotta ask him. You know, gotta ask him what was up. That's all.
Hey, Nick mentioned a couple days ago, sometimes in practice the whistle gets blown a little bit too quickly.
The music's loud, I can't hear you.
Sometimes the whistle gets blown a little bit too quickly in practice. Nick was mentioned. Sometimes you can get out of place. You ever get frustrated when you hear that whistle blow a little too quick and you think you could have got out?
Yes, sir, I do. But I don't think it's practice, you know. So I think we obviously want to try our best to execute the play and have everything done on time and in rhythm like we've always talked about before. But that's not how football works. It's not always that way. So you have to be able to make those plays and extend those plays when things are covered up. And when they blow it a little early, you never know what could be done in the end. So, but we work those things and we drill those things and try and execute them when they come in the game.
If you're playing Thursday night in the second preseason game, what do you hope to get out of it, like as far as improving from the first game?
I think the same thing, man. Regardless of a preseason game or a regular season game, we want to be efficient and we want to score points. I think that's the goal of this offense. We want to be efficient. Don't mess up on anything that takes no talent. And I mean that by no mental errors, everybody knowing their responsibilities and their jobs, everybody playing fast, having fun, and doing their jobs out there.